Hi guys, it's Jared Griffiths here again. I'm here to review, I think, the 7th Pink Panther film. I think I kind of lost count, kind of because I don't really consider the Alan Arkin one. This is Trail of the Pink Panther. This is one that was made after Peter Sellers' death. He was writing another one before he died, but he never actually made it. So this was made as like a tribute to him, and they use like deleted scenes from like the previous films, so like use in this, and like like I bet like at the time this came out, like people must have been just confused that 2 years after Peter Sellers' death they saw advertising for a new one starring Peter Sellers. But overall, this movie is crap. I mean, like, something like when they have like the deleted scene, like where he's putting on the Quasimodo disguise, like they already had that in like Strikes Again. Like he already used that disguise, so, and they reused the scene of him like going into his apartment where he rips his trousers and like he spills rice on the floor. Like did they forget they already used that? And so basically the beginning of the movie they used deleted scenes of him, and then Clouseau goes missing, and then it's basically just interviewing people about Clouseau, and like asking, and like they have flashbacks to the other films. It's supposed to be like, it's just like, like they bring back David Niven to reprise his role as Sir Charles Litton. And they have Capucine playing Simone Litton, his Clouseau's wife in the first film. But in Return of the Pink Panther, it says that Sir Charles Litton married a different woman who's called Claudine. But in this, it says that he's been married to Simone this entire time. And David Niven had ALS at the time, and his voice was dubbed over by a different actor. He is quite good in it. That scene is quite good, but after that scene, the movie is just so boring. Seriously, this movie is so boring. Like, except for like some of the deleted scenes, and like when they show clips from the other movies. Those are funny, but like the rest of the movie is just so boring. And like there's a scene like with the mafia boss, and like I think from like the last one, he says to like the reporter like nice ass and stuff, and she's like offended and stuff. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Another scene like when they meet like Clouseau's dad, and like he has these like women with like their tits showing. Like, what? This is a Pink Panther film. This is supposed to be like family friendly entertainment. Like, why they got women with their tits showing? The like animated intro, this one wasn't done by De Pate Freeling or Richard Williams Studio. This was done by Marvel Production, and yes, that's Marvel, the comic book, the superhero Marvel. Yeah, that one. They did the animated intro, and there's a scene where the animated Inspector Clouseau looks like he's pissing. Funny. Yeah, it looks like he's taking a piss, but he's actually not. Like, that's stupid. And like they have Pac-Man in like the opening credit. Like, what the fuck does Pac-Man have to do with this with Pink Panther, okay, it really dates the film because of course that was a really new game. Although I must say, like, in Strikes Again when they reference Jaws, that is kind of dated because that was a very recent film at the time, you know, and they're cashing in on it. But like, Pac-Man, what does the fuck does that have to do with the Pink Panther? And like at the beginning when the Pink Panther diamond's stolen, it's such an insult to Return of the Pink Panther. They had this like really epic scene of it being stolen. In this, the guy just cuts a hole in the floor and then takes it. If it's that easy, like, why hasn't everyone stolen it by now? Like, that's just such a big insult to the last film. Yeah, well, not the last film, sorry, Return of the Pink Panther. And Peter Sellers' widow, Lynn Frederick, she absolutely hated this film, and she sued Blake Edwards for making it. Like, I don't blame her, really. I mean, Blake Edwards, he's dead, but I mean, he was a great filmmaker. He seems like he is a nice guy from like interviews, but come on, like, this is such a big insult to fucking Peter Sellers, and such a big insult to the Pink Panther franchise. This is just crap. I hate this movie so much. It's so fucking boring, and like there's a scene where like Clouseau, and it's like with Clouseau's dad, he's telling his childhood, and like they have a joke about how when he was a teenager he tried to commit suicide, and like they have when he's a baby he's like pissing out of the carriage. Funny. Like, I know there's a running joke in these where a bird shits on him, but at least like bird poo is so different from like human poo. It doesn't like look that disgusting, but like this like human like piss is just too disgusting. This movie's utter crap. It's rubbish. I hate it. Goodbye. But yeah, I love the Pink Panther films though. You know, this film may be crap, but I just love the film. They're some of the funniest movies I think I've ever seen though. It's a shame this movie has to exist, you know, to ruin them. But it's such a great series, and yeah, I'd highly recommend the other films apart from this one. So yeah,